we can derive different meanings out of the fire ceremony, the symbolism behind it, because it is done on different occasions. It can be done based on a spiritual hankering. It can be done for rituals related to home. It can be social rituals, weddings, birth of a child, entry into a new home. So there are several reasons the fire ceremony is done. However, the way I look at it and the way I was taught, the primary reason, and as Swami Digambarji used to say, that what is that entity without which we will not survive on the earth, without which the earth and our solar system would not exist? And that entity is the sun. And we need to show our gratitude to the sun, and we need to show our respect to the divine principle in the sun. Now, how do we do that? What is the representative of the sun right here in this Havan Kund? It is the fire. As they say, the fire is the daughter of the sun. So, by invoking the fire in the Havan Kund, we are invoking the principle of the divine within the fire. Because wherever there is fire, wherever there is sun, darkness cannot be. They cannot coexist. So, wherever there is wisdom, ignorance cannot be. Now, we invoke the principle of the divine and pay our gratitude to this principle for giving us life, sustaining our life, and we pray that may we achieve the goals that we have set out for us. That is one way to look at it. The second principle for fire ceremony is more ritualistic. As we know, we say there are three realms in the universe. One is Adhi Bhautik, Adhi Daivik, and Adhyatmik. Adhi Daivik is the material realm, what we can see, what we can perceive through our senses. Then we have the Adi Daivik realm, which is the divine realm, and then Adhyatmik realm, which is the spiritual realm which is contained within us. Now, this is also a way to honor and invoke the Adi Daivik realm, the divine realm. Now, what is that realm? So, the example I would usually give is, if this jar is kept here, would it move by itself? No. Archimedes, I think one of the scientists, said that things cannot move by themselves. They have to move. If someone has to move them. By themselves, they cannot. Now you look at our immediate universe and the world and the universe. Now the rain comes, the wind moves, the earth moves, the planets move, the sun moves, the solar system moves. Can it move by itself? Science says no. So there is a divine principle behind it. And by invoking the fire, we are also honoring the divine principle. At the more gross level, meaning understanding level, people say, okay, now the divine is unseen, beyond perception of senses. So obviously it cannot drink the milk, it cannot eat the milk cake. So you offer it to the fire, and the essence of it reaches that principle. Because the essence is also beyond the recognition of our senses. The third reference of fire ceremony, I would take it from Kaivalyadhama. It's more spiritual in nature. In Kaivalyadhama, they say, the way the arrangement of the fire ceremony used to be done previously in ancient times, the wooden logs used to be called arani. So there used to be a upper arani, as you saw Ramdas put the wood here, that was the lower arani. And then two pieces of wood slanting down, and then a wood on top of that. The one on top, the higher one, is called upper arani, lower arani. Now, and then what they used to do is they used to drill slight holes in between those urnis and insert a stick, and then through a rope they used to create friction. Through the friction the fire used to come. They used to put some wood chips, and because the wood inherently has fire, you just have to invoke it. So by this they used to call it churning of the fire, and when the fire came, then the ceremony began. But it is also symbolic, it is reflective, it is meditational in nature. The upper arani is akin to our true self, pure true self, Atman. The lower arani is akin to my mind, intellect, and the senses. That is me, Jiva. Now, Jiva is ignorance. This is pure knowledge, pure consciousness, pure cognition. Now, the rope is the rope of attachment, and the stick in between is the I principle. So you churn the I principle, meaning you initiate a process of reflection. When the process of reflection is created, the spark of wisdom, the jnana, comes. And the spark of jnana, once lit, once predominant, it burns away the identification of the jiva with my body, with my mind, with my intellect. And the rope of attachment is also burned in the fire. So that is the reflective principle behind the yajna, whichever way people want to take it. Now mantras are effective, so they have an effect. That effect can be applied to yourself in spiritual manner, or applied to rituals. So that is the three ways we want to look at the fire ceremony. I'm not saying these are just the only three ways. Different interpretations are also available.